Hey, good morning. It's about 6 a.m. I just paddled my way out to this little spot, doing some carp fishing today, and hopefully some carp catching today, because I have not been on the carp at all. I've been out probably half dozen times and not so much as a bite. We've been dealing with a couple weeks of just really oppressive heat, humidity. Today is gonna be hot and humid as well, but I figured I'd come out early, beat some of that heat, and hopefully get on a fish or two. The bite has just been absolutely terrible. So I decided to make the trek out here and I'll put in a few hours at least, probably 5 hours, stay till about 10 a.m. Unless the bite is on. If it's on, then I've got more pack bait with me that I can make up real quick, and I'll hang out longer. But we will see what the day brings. It was actually just raining a minute ago, but that's supposed to stop. These clouds will end up getting burned off probably within the next couple hours. But yeah, I'm gonna get my net set up and hopefully get on some fish. All right, so I'm all set up. Water is down, which is kind of nice. I've got more room here. I don't have to worry about all the brush behind me. Was able to put the boat all the way on the shore, so I have a seat, and yeah, just gonna hang out. All right, so I've been here about an hour. I've got something tapping on my line to the left, so I'm guessing that's the one with the boilie on it. I have boilie on one and double stacked tiger nuts on the other, just to give them a little choice. Definitely in the right spot. I've seen numerous, at least a dozen fish break the surface right in this particular area. Not off to the left, not off to the right, but right in front of me. Not far off from my pack bait. So if they're feeding, I'm in the right spot. But that's been the issue lately, is that fish, I've seen them, I've heard them splashing around, stuff like that, but I don't know if it's just the heat or what it is, but I've been to, I would say, 4 different bodies of water in the past 3 weeks, and nothing, absolutely nothing. So I'm hopeful, and we'll just keep watching the lines and see what happens. This spot is great. It's so quiet here. I don't have to worry about anybody. It might be a boat that passes by here and there, but so far nobody has been around. Yeah, so I'm just gonna chill out here. The sun is up, but it's still behind the clouds, which I am totally fine with, because once that hits, the temp is gonna go way up. And that humidity, it's not too bad right now, but it's been really oppressive. This is actually one of the first mornings I've been able to get out. So I wanted to get out nice and early, do my fishing, get back home, and not have to deal with putting the kayak up in the heat. So probably give these maybe another half hour, and then I'm going to change the baits out just to freshen it up. I normally don't bait areas. I had a bag of corn with me, so before I came into the shore, I went right out towards the center and threw some corn out. I don't know, just a little extra, I guess. So yeah, hopefully we will see some action. All right, I think we actually have a taker. Yes, we do. All right. Make sure we're on. Yep. Finally. Just broke the surface out there. Not sure how big this fish is. It's definitely pulling, but I don't think it's too big. But you know what? At this point, it's like I will take anything. He's gonna run to the side. There are some lily pads right in front of me I gotta watch for. It's not too bad, but I'd rather not have one of these fish get tangled in that. He's right off to my left here. He's gonna come back up in front of me. That's a nice fish. Oh, right into those lily pads that I was talking about. Yeah. All right. Brought in a lot of weeds with him. Just get this over here. So, not a huge fish, but he's pretty nice. All right. Yes, finally. I didn't think I was ever going to catch a carp again. All right. So the tricky part now will be to get him up on shore. So I am going to take these weeds out. I'm going to put my rod down here. Unhook him. Okay. All right, so get the hook out. All right. Okay. So here's that fish. Sorry for the wonky camera angle. I packed very light, so I didn't bring a tripod today. Nice mirror. It's probably about 10 pounds. I'm not going to get a weight on him. No point. So, but, yeah, finally. So, there he is. Got a little notch on him. He is very warm, very, very warm. Let's get him in. And away he goes. Oh. Hey, got another hit on this. It's about 15 minutes since that last fish. There's some grass out there now. You definitely feel them. The last one too, ducking into the grass. It's not real heavy, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. This one might be kind of wrapped up in it, but it's been getting washed up on shore, and seems to be pretty small roots. So if they get in there, I should be able to get them out. He's definitely in something right now, so I'm gonna let him run. See if he'll get out of whatever he's in. There you go. I think he's out. Yeah, he's definitely in something. I'm gonna let him run himself out of there, hopefully. There he goes. Just wanted him to get out of that, whatever he was in. A little more running room. I have no idea how big this fish is. I only felt him for a second, and then he got into whatever he's in now. But that's the one thing with carp is, you know, their mouth is so fleshy. So if they get into things, it's best to just kind of let them try and get out rather than trying to horse them. If you horse them, you're gonna rip that hook right out of their mouth. So I'm just gonna walk a little bit over, maybe this side. So I'm taking a walk over to the side here to see if I can get this free. Either my rig or the fish. Ideally both would be great, but okay. Definitely felt some movement there. Need to keep an eye on my other line back there too, but I figured if I come off to the side. Okay. There was definitely a run, so I don't think this is like a big snapping turtle. Oh, there we go. All right, he's free now. Okay. All right. Give him some slack. I still don't know how big this fish is, but I can at least come back over this way. Yeah, I think that method feeder might have been just jammed in between the rocks. But he's coming now. Just walking back over this way towards the net. He's actually way off to the side where I just was now. Doesn't feel real big. But you know what? It's so hard to tell sometimes, especially when the water is really warm. Yeah, there's another mirror, smaller than the last one. But you know what? I will take this all day. Okay, just scoop him up. tired. All right. So we got fish number 2. You can see all this grass. But like I said, it's pretty thin, so you're able, and the roots are pretty shallow, so if they get in those, that's not a problem. That was definitely not weeds that he was in. So get this hook out. There he is. Smaller than the last, but you know what, I'll take these all day after weeks of getting skunked. I'd take a dozen of these little guys, get them back in the water. Yeah, these fish they're so warm. It's wild. One last look at him. That might have been, he's got that knot on his head right there. Maybe he was just caught up in a rock. Let's get back in. There it goes. All right. Yes. So I just refreshed this one and used the rest of my pack bait. So I brought some bait to make. I wasn't sure, how today was going to go. I didn't want to make a big batch and, get skunked and then have old pack bait. So real easy. I just put a bag with some oats and I put some breadcrumbs, and then I brought a couple cans of, I got my regular corn. So that goes in the bag. And then some cream corn for moisture. And then, some people bring a bucket or whatever. I just think the bags are easier. I didn't bring any flavoring or anything like that. So it's a real basic pack bait. And then you just, squish it together and let it sit, 15 minutes or so, let the moisture absorb. I made sure to put extra oats, so the worst thing that'll happen is the pack bait will be too dry and I can just put a little bit of water in there. I didn't want it to be too wet because then I have nothing to put in. This is all I have. So yeah, just a really easy pack bait. So that's it. I'll just let that sit for 15-20 minutes, or it's gonna sit until the next time I change out these baits. But since I caught that second fish, I decided I'm gonna stay for a little bit. Sun's starting to beat down on this area, so I actually was smart today and brought sunscreen. But yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a little longer. I haven't had any issues with boats. There's been one boat. The guy obviously lives on this lake because I see him all the time, water skiing. But he stays way out there. They don't cut in here and try and do anything crazy. So the worst I get from that is just a little bit of waves. But other than that, no issues at all. So that could change moment by moment. We could get a team of jet skis on here, which drive me absolutely nuts. But for now, we're good. Fish are biting. It's not like Fast and Furious, but they're biting. They're here, so I'm gonna keep fishing. Good run on this one. I just finished making that pack bait that I was showing you guys, and this one took off again. It's great. I don't know what is different about today, but they are feeding. Doesn't feel too big, but that's okay. I'll take those little guys all day. Get him around these lily pads. There's just a few right in front of me I'd rather not deal with. I could actually walk out there if a fish gets wrapped up in those. It's not very deep there. Just get off to the side. Yeah, tiger nuts are our choice today. And he's going right into those lily pads. There he is. Not a bad fish. He just wasn't fighting a whole lot at first. Now he's getting close to the shore. He's kind of rocketing. It's like another mirror. Going back and forth. Alright, stay out of that other line. Alright. Yeah, another little guy. Just scoop him up real quick so we can take a look. Alright, yeah, about the same size as the last one. You get him unhooked and we'll have a look. So, number 3. About the same size as that last one. Yeah, maybe 5, 6 pounds. They're here, finally. There we go. Get that line back in the water. There he is again. One last look before I let him swim off. There he goes. Yeah, this, I love this spot. It's great for releasing these fish. It's great for catching these fish. I'm able to walk in the water. I was able to walk, all the way down there to get that other fish out. So, happy I came here today. All right, I'm gonna get rebaited, get that in the water, see if we can catch another. All right, so it's been about 2 hours since that last fish. Sun's getting pretty hot. It's getting a little later in the day. Creeping up on noon. So I'm gonna start packing up. I'll leave these lines in the water while I do that. And if I catch something else, obviously I'll record that. But if not, it was a good day. 3 fish, nothing gigantic, but that's totally fine for me. Like I said, I've had, I don't know, half dozen trips out with just no luck at all. So this is nice. The bite was on today. And I don't know when I'll be back out here, but hopefully soon. If I can get out nice and early in the morning, that would be preferable. We're supposed to continue with this heat wave, so the nights are just, I mean, once you hit like 5 o'clock, it's miserable. But we'll see. You know, if I can get, you know, a breeze like today, was kind of nice. I've got my feet in the water, so this type of fishing I can do in the heat. It's not going to bother me. So, anyways, thanks for coming along again, and happy that we were able to catch something today. And if that's it for today, then I will catch you next time.